Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds for the Cage of Honor Amateur Flyweight Championship. Brought to you tonight by First Auto Credit and Fast Track Rental. Introducing first, fighting out of the Cape Electrical blue corner. This striker stands 5'6", weighed in 125.2 pounds. Yields an amateur record 3-9, representing Warrior Gym. Fighting out of Jonesboro, Arkansas, Andrew, the Living Dead Labbe. His opponent across the player one cage, fighting out of the Cape Electrical red corner, is a mixed martial artist, standing 5'4", weighing in 127.6 pounds. Yields an amateur record 3 wins, 3 defeats, representing War Eagle Fight Team and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, fighting out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Giovanni El Fuego Hidalgo. Your referee, Tim Francis.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the instructions in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Touch him up, go back to your corner.
Tim Francis gets better every time. His beard gets better every time.
It is a glorious beard.
I've got to appreciate this guy.
Labbe's corner knew Hidalgo was going to get the bigger pops. He literally said, I want to hear a pin drop here in a second.
Boom. Opens up right away with the outside calf kick. Hidalgo returns one on the inside himself.
We talked about that. One advantage to being a shorter fighter is, like you can tell, Hidalgo's stocky and that strength.
Both these guys fighting over who's going to be against the cage. You can see some grappling experience out of the both of them.
Well, that's the two wrestlers, as you talked about.
Absolutely. And the Living Dead Labbe, I mean, that's how he survived in the last fight. I got to call for him and eventually win. Just toughed it out on that ground and really made his position known. So I think it's most interesting what's going to happen here when one of the fighters gets hurt.
The only thing I don't like that Labbe's doing is he's hitting and then he's automatically waiting for the strike back. Every time he's thrown something, he waits for Hidalgo to throw back.
Giovanni finding home for that right hand almost every single time he's thrown it so far.
Oh,
Great sprawl.
Wow. Look at that work from both fighters.
They both have the same idea.
Gio with a big-time turnover there
too.
was not going to give up.
Jump the gilly, wraps it, and turns it to the mount.
That side's open.
Yeah, he's
hurting his jaw at least.
Regardless of this finishes or not, this is going to pay dividends later in this round.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, he's got that. His right side is open, so he's able to get some blood in there.
Oh yeah, and the
that might be in the
experience
front.
of
That's in the
Gio,
front.
yeah.
Yep. He's adjusting.
The experience of Gio, the way he's just letting his body be the grip of his arm there was so good.
Well, like Justin said, yeah, he still had the crank and the body weight on top of him. That's going to pay off later. If he needs it later.
Great hips so far from Giovanni Hidalgo in this mount position. You know, almost like he's on the end of the controller as Cody Kellison speaks commands there in the corner tonight.
Gio's not the one to give up position once he's got it, I'll say that much. I mean, the kid's an incredible wrestler, and right now he's just going to continue to work for this choke.
Nice switch on the rear naked.
Yeah, did a great job switching to the short choke on
Big
the bottom
strikes.
side, looking to trap that arm on the top.
He's living up to the Living Dead again. He's not going away.
And again, Gio, like I said, never going to give up the back if he doesn't have to. Now we'll continue to work for this choke. We'll continue to wrench the jaw of Labbe, too. No one understands how bad it hurts to have pressure on the jaw like that.
The good news for Labbe, though, is there's only 20 seconds left, so he's going to probably get out of here surviving.
Labbe doing his best Derek Lewis impression over there, just standing up.
And look at Gio consistently trying to trap the arm with one of his legs. He really wants to get into a striking position here and just hurt the other guy. But if he could get an arm around his neck, I'm sure he'd be just as satisfied.
Ooh. Looked like he might have had that there at the end, but saved by the buzzer.
So, I mean, I'm going to have to get the first round of Gio, obviously. Managed to get his back and hold it for about 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Well, the crazy part was it was the double shot.
Beautiful. Both fighters hit a knee at the same time in front of each other.
Tonight's event, the after party.
Yeah, they both,
is at the
obviously,
Hypnotic
like you said, both
Club,
wrestling background.
located
Both went
on
for a shot.
Broadway.
Both threw a knee. A weird straight leg sprawl there as well. And
Well, when both fighters are this short, it's hard to get some bend in the legs that fast.
that's fair.
Not very rarely am I the taller guy around the side of the cage tonight.
We're going to end up getting hate mail for this. We've been talking about height the whole fight.
And it's a shame because I'm about the same height as both of them, so it's okay.
I know.
No, this is gonna be a good fight, guys. I'm excited for round 2 here.
The first round was fun. Lots of fun. At least for us. I don't know for them. A lot of fun for us.
Labbe again. Creatures of habit. Open it up right away with the outside leg kick.
Good
Gio
shot.
booms him against the cage. Big sweep right there. Now let's see if he can seal both legs up. Looks like he's going for that classic seal.
Yeah, Labbe should have started cross-facing, trying to get up a lot sooner. He
I
let him
love
get
to
at that
see
tie.
this. The ground and pound when you have position is so important. I've always said it, when you have position, strike, and it'll create more positions.
Francis is warning him to fight back.
Yeah, Giovanni locking up that far side wrist there and immediately looking at Tim Francis like, hey, be ready to stop this.
He's got an aggressive half
Confidence.
Nelson here, too, just letting him strike away.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Boom.
That
Big
was
shot right above the temple.
Oh, we got crucifix. Oh, nice. Crucifix into almost a twister.
Yeah, rear naked choke with or just the top side hook in. Giovanni bails and
Giovanni's so dominant with his
say he
position
was
right
gonna-
now, just consistently scrambling
I'd say he
around,
was
but
gonna- he's-
Labbe forcing scrambles.
No, yeah. Well, I was going to say, Hidalgo needed to be careful. He couldn't do like Justin said, he went to the rear naked, but if he would have went for a twister, that's illegal in amateur. You can't manipulate the spine. They save that for the pros.
Labbe got it back to its feet. The Living Dead just continues to live it to his name. Another big sweep right here from Hidalgo is going to get it right back into his world.
Yeah, Hidalgo saw that success in the first round with the wrestling, and he's just going to stick to that the second round. Keep making it dirty.
Boom, more big strikes, and eventually Labbe has to let go of that head of Hidalgo. Like I said, as long as you're creating positions, then that's where I feel like you score the most on the ground.
Yeah, he needs to look for either try to get a Z guard, get his leg out, cross over, kick off. He's a little too content becoming a punching bag right here.
And those knees are unique from Hidalgo, but he'll have to be careful in amateurs, or even the pros, of a guy dipping his head low and catching one to the head.
I have mixed feelings about that. If you put your head there, it's kind of on you.
I mean, I can't disagree, but the referee might see it totally different.
Yeah. Spin kick. Now they're both getting a little fancy now that they're on their feet.
Boom. Big shots from Hidalgo there.
Yeah, Hidalgo's just coming up a little bit short.
Would you quit with the short jump?
I didn't mean it that way. I felt that coming too. It's like I felt you look at me. I was like, oh god.
Big pickup
Good
and slam
takedown.
from Hidalgo. Gonna get right into position here. Full mount at that. Unfortunately, we just heard those 10-second boards clap. I think Labbe is gonna get out of another round right here. The Living Dead lives on.
Another takedown to seal the round for Giovanni Hidalgo. You know, a lot more action from Andrew Labbe in round
On to
number
the
2
third
here,
and final
but
round in this Cage
Giovanni
of Honor
Hidalgo
Amateur
not
Flyweight
going
Championship.
away.
Brought to you once again by First Auto Credit.
Well, you have two
and
wrestlers,
Fast
and one of the
Track
wrestlers is
Rental.
getting out wrestled, and that's usually, and he's not flipping his game plan yet.
And I had said that before, calling so many of Gio fights now. That he's so aggressive from start to finish that sometimes I feel he steps away from this ground game that he's so dominant at in so many scenarios. And right now, I think he's just living up to all of his strengths. And Labbe really doesn't have an answer once they hit the mat, especially when, you know, Giovanni's punching you in your face repeatedly.
Oh, it's weird. Labbe looks like he's tired, like he's acting like he's tired, but his face is not showing anything.
No, I mean, if I had to look at these guys, round 1, round 2, damage, Labbe's living up to his name, the Living Dead. He looks fine.
I mean, yeah, look, see, that's what I was talking about earlier, the no selling.
So important. So slept on, so important.
A lot of love from both fighters.
Again, outside lead calf kick from Labbe. That is going to cost him when somebody picks up that he opens up that way every time.
It looks like Hidalgo found his range, too. That overhand right landed this time.
Low, big shot right after the failed calf kick again.
Giovanni right to the hips. You know, a lot of guys, they just try to finish on the legs.
Gio is super strong. Do not think he won't pick him up right now and just take him for a ride.
Exactly. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys, you know, they spend so much time trying to invest in the takedown in the legs when, you know, you go straight to the body lock, run these guys to the cage, and, you know, you end up in a position just like this.
Really
arm triangle
aggressive
threatening,
arm triangle.
turning away,
Oh.
exposing the back. Great defense there from Andrew Labbe.
I'm telling you, once Gio is on you, though, he's never going to let go. And he's so good at keeping his position. And he does it in so many different ways, through technicality, through punching you in your face when you least expect it. Gio is just aggressive all around. But Andrew Labbe is tough.
Labbe is, yeah, he's taking it. He's even looking at his corner looking for advice.
Watch the back of the head here.
That's what I say.
It's all,
Francis
yeah.
is warning him.
Yeah. It was all fairly clean there, though.
I like that. Hidalgo took a second. He breathed. Started looking.
Yeah,
at
saving him there.
Yeah.
There
He was
hasn't been
taking a
any
lot.
answer
No.
back for some time. I understand position was changing, but
No, he
what
taking
was
a lot,
happening
bro.
in every position was
Yeah.
not changing. Giovanni, just incredible performance there.
Has a lot of unanswered shots. So
Giovanni Hidalgo victorious here tonight at Cage of Honor 92. Securing that strap, fighting for it for, I believe, the third time here tonight. Finally successful in getting that monkey off his back.
Yeah, looking sharp too against another good grappler. Again, it's always great to just outdo a guy at his own game, and it's also always just a great boost of confidence in that aspect as well.
yeah, Labbe's he's hard to put away. He definitely lives up to the living dead. He's still, I mean, even there at the end, just because it was unanswered shots, he's still probably could have kept going. But again, amateur, you don't. Actually, even a pro, that probably would be stoppage because he wasn't able to answer back, and there's no need to get hurt like that.
I think a lot of people don't realize the timer that these refs have in their head for unanswered shots is much longer than you think.
Again, we know the answer, but we'll get our official
Ladies and
decision.
gentlemen, referee Tim Francis called a stop to this fight. 2 minutes, 25 seconds of the third and final round, declaring winner by TKO and new Cage of Honor Amateur Flyweight Champion, Giovanni El Fuego Hidalgo. Giovanni Hidalgo, congratulations, man. It's got to feel good. How's it feel to have a championship belt around your waist right now?
Feels fucking good. Let's go!
What all went into this camp and prepare for this title fight?
My whole fucking team, I did a whole, last time I fought was March here in Cape. I had hella people pull out in the fights during the summer. I couldn't fight for shit. But thank you to Andrew for showing up and giving me a fight, because there was another dude that pulled out right before this, so I'm happy I at least got an opponent.
Tell us some of the people that you'd like to thank here out here for your career as an amateur.
All three of these people in my corner, Ethan, Camden, fucking Caleb, the whole fucking team, for real. I love all you guys. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, Giovanni El Fuego Hidalgo.